And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Esports World Cup 2024 America's Open Qualifier. Welcome to the semi-finals. We're nearing the end of the qualifier. The semi is leading into a qualifying match thereafter, so we're almost there. And we have both semi-finals ready. We have Trigger versus Kellezer and SpeCial versus Scarlett. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you believe will make it to the finals, to the qualifying match. Predictions open. Best of luck in the chat as we're jumping on in and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ghost River. We have the Canadian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have her opponents. We have the Mexican Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing himself, currently teamless, but did bring down Future to make it this far. It is SpeCial. Setting up on the low ground. Now, if this was any other player, I would be like, yo, 2-Rax Reaper, let's go. But because it's SpeCial, this could be the SpeCial opener instead. SpeCial is quite fond of going for a Rax into Factory on the low ground, into an expansion instead. A bit of a more, I was gonna say a little bit of a safer opener, as we're able to fully wall off and we do get into our 1-1-1. So it looks like that's the case. There's no other SCV, there's no second Rax on the low ground. This is very unique to SpeCial. Gumiho and Ryung sometimes do this. Like, we've seen some players experiment and like sprinkle it in like once every couple of months. But really, SpeCial is the only player that does this like regularly. Is the only player. Meanwhile, across the map, Hatchgaspool. Hatchgaspool opener here out of Scarlett is getting into her own standard setup. Everything looking as it should. Overlord will confirm that there's a Rax on the low ground and that there's nothing else here. Again, Scarlett is very well versed against SpeCial. SpeCial's been doing this opener for years, so shouldn't really catch Scarlett off guard. And there's that factory that we spoke about. So again, we're getting ready for the 1-1-1. We should be seeing a CC behind this. This is just a way to get into a standard opener, but while also walling up. So nothing too crazy from the side of SpeCial. Nothing too crazy. Should be seeing our command center momentarily. I mean, I guess something that is important to take note of is the CC is a little bit delayed, as it's going to be thrown down after the factory, not before. That's kind of the one big difference here. Does allow us to get into our Hellion production earlier on. Reaper gets across the map. And we'll dance with the Lings. And so far, doesn't quite get the Lings yet. Nice control of the Scarlett. The Queen does pop out, and the Reaper is forced back. Meanwhile, that's a fast Roach Warren from Scarlett. Oh my god, we're already popping off Scarlett. I mean, we're loading into Ghost River. Very short rush distance by map. Sorry, what? Very short rush distance by ground. One of the smallest maps in the map pool. And aggression is on the horizon here. We do see SpeCial going for a 1-1-1 before that CC is even done. But SpeCial has no idea what's going on. He's in the dark. He has Reapers, that is true, but has not made his way into the main. Not yet. We are rotating around. Scarlett is keeping up. Keeps up with the rotation. Queens are getting in position, but the Reapers, they don't care. They go in regardless. And SpeCial does not get behind the mineral line. SpeCial is still unaware. We have 7 roaches on the way. Back at home, what do we have to defend? We have nothing. We have soon-to-be Hellions, and that's it. There we go. Hellion does dive into the natural base. Some economic damage is being done, but we don't care about the economy. We care about the roaches, and the roaches, they are going to be spotted. Barely not. The Hellions and Reapers not quite in position to see. But the backup Hellion is. The roaches are seen, and what do we have at home to defend? We have a bunker on the way. Marines are amassing. Cyclone on the horizon as well. But we should be able to break through. We should be able to break through the front door at least. And can we get on top of the bunker? That's the question. Ravagers are morphing in. At the same time, Hellion gets into the mineral line. We've gotten 3 drone kills so far. Not bad. Not a bad amount of damage. But the army has arrived. We're going for the depot. The depot will be shut down. And so will the reactor. Boys are being pulled. Ravager has made it. Behind the Scarlett is droning. Scarlett is not going all in. So even going for the Rax. Ooh, couldn't quite get it. Decent lock on there from SpeCial. Low HP roaches are forced back, and now we're going for the factory. Points are being pulled. Can we get the factory? We can at least focus on SCVs. Maybe force a lift. Factory being forced back. It looks like roaches are still not going down. And very crisp control here out of Scarlett. Not losing any roaches whatsoever, not yet, but I spoke too soon because the Banshee has arrived, and now we can force this back. SpeCial holds. SpeCial does hold, he does survive. And we're even able to punish the army here. Getting a Ravager, getting roaches. Nice pickups. Gonna be targeting down the final Ravager. Overlord is gonna be chased back as well. And the game will settle. Now, taking a moment here to just have a look at the economic situation. Scarlett is on a decent worker count of 45, but the third base is late. This third hatchery is heavily delayed here because of the earlier aggression and because of the build of Scarlett, so the economy is going to be lacking because of that. Meanwhile, SpeCial getting his CC on location, on the low ground. Bold move by SpeCial, but SpeCial has map control. With these Banshees, we have map control, we have forewarning ahead of us, so SpeCial will see any kind of push ahead of time, and is safe and sound. Is going to be safe and sound behind this, getting into Bio. Stim is on the way, second Rex, double E red chambers, or sorry, double E bays for 1-1. SpeCial embracing his Bio play, and basically the game is going to be calming down. The game is going to settle down. And as we settle in, I do want to give the edge to SpeCial as he's able to get into his third base, catches more drones, catching a Queen! Oh, the Queen, one shot away from going down, will survive. We get 4 drone kills, and I say 4, we get 5! 5 workers go down. SpeCial will get away in the corner of the map. Scarlett doubling down on roach play, is going into range upgrades. Ooh, the Banshees will make it out just barely, getting 1 extra drone. SpeCial will slip away. And behind this, third base, it's done. It is now done. We can main out over. Get our third. I'm running 4th on the way already. Oh my god, very fast 4th base out of SpeCial. Taking a bit of a chance, taking a bit of a risk, but again, because of the aggression that subsided, because of the game state, SpeCial, he is free to do so. And will expand. Ay, ay, ay. And now I am that much more concerned for Scarlett. There's that much more pressure on Scarlett at the moment. To try to break out. Cyclone's rotating, going for the Queen. Queen does survive. People away. Infestation is on the way. I believe this should be for Hive Tech. We can go for safety infestors, but we will have access to Hive Tech to work towards lurkers, to work towards ultras if we so choose. But I imagine lurker tech, but we'll see, depending on whether or not we want to go into +1 melee after +1 range. To see if we want to go for a ground transition or to a melee transition or not. And so far, it looks like safety infestors and the Hive. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? I'm like, is it for the infestors or is it for the Hive? It's for both. As the Bio Army is spotted by the Changeling. Scarlett is aware. Knocking down those rocks, making sure that no tank push is too much of a problem. The Banshees do find a Queen. Up! Flush Transfuse. Keeps the Queen alive. Roach Ravager's in position. Scarlett does defend. Does hold. Is running up. Likewise, so it's SpeCial. Now that we have a 4CC, making it an orbital as well. So greedy here at a SpeCial. Usually the 4th is a planetary, but no, just mass orbital. And again, the fast 4th as well. So because this SpeCial is maintaining himself economically, if not surpassing the economy of Scarlett. Embracing the army, second factory, of course. Getting to the rest of our Bio. With this economy, we could even try to go for a bit of an earlier Ghost Academy. For now, just Bio tank. For the time being. And we have our answer. We did not get +2 range. This is what I was talking about. So we're going into melee, which means Ling Bane into Ultra. We're not headed towards a Hydra Lurker. That was an option if we embrace +2, but we're going for melee instead. So Roach Ravager is merely just a stepping stone to get eventually out of this into Ling Bane. Vipers are on the way. There's the Ultra Cavern. Let's go. Ling speed being researched, of course. We should be seeing a Baneley Nest momentarily as well. As we're eventually going to get out of all these roaches and into something more efficient. The Banshees do punish this once again, going for the Ravagers. Don't quite get them. Drop getting caught out as well. Speak-offs, they aren't too bad. aren't too bad here. Scarlett does maintain herself. Investing into more Roach Ravager. Ultra Cavern about to finish. Vipers have arrived. And here comes the push. This is what we've been waiting for. Sure, Special is being active with drops, but the main army is now moving out. A bit of an anti-timing. 2-2 is not quite done for the Terran. But we're breaking through nonetheless. They have Roaches due forward. We do have a Fungal. But the tanks are sieging up. The Vials. Ooh, they take down one tank. Fungal connects as well. But the tanks are breaking through. Very nice Bile. Takes down a good chunk of the bio. Ultras are on the way, but they're not gonna be well upgraded. They're gonna be 1-1 Ultras. Scarlett in a bit of trouble. Reinforcements on the way. We got a power bomb on the medevacs. The bio army does stem in, but we're running out of Marines. The Vials connect. The Vials, they barely do connect, and Scarlett is holding. And here come the Ultras to clean up the tanks. There's no support. There's nothing to protect the tanks. No bio. And the tanks go down. Scarlett does hold in style. Going for the Ultra. Let's go. The 1-1 Ultra Spappy. We're overextending a little bit here. We have to respect the RAM. Yeah, Ultra goes down. We peel off more Ultras towards the right-hand side. Because there's no planetary, we can get damage done in the mineral line. SCVs are under fire, but we don't quite commit. We back up. Scarlett does back away. Kindness plating now done. We're working towards Ultra Speed. I always forget what the name of this upgrade is. It's like metabolic. It's not metabolic boost. It's like something kind of like that. Metabolic glands? That's it. Ultra speed. We'll see it soon. We'll see it soon on the right hand side. As the Ultras, they knock down the Ruts. 3-3 upgrades on the horizon. Going for the Bailey Nest that we mentioned before to get into Ling Bane. Once again, Special stimming on forward. Anabolic synthesis. There we go. Who remembers that? Not metabolic, anabolic. There you go. As we are pushing through on the right hand side. Remember, there's no planetary. The tank is going to go down. I mean, there is a backup planetary now. Boys are being pulled to repair. Massive power bomb here on the medevacs, and the planetary will fall. At the same time, we have a drop towards the bottom left. Hatchery is going to go down. Not bad. But it was a macro hatch. Not quite saturated. We can't afford to lose it. And Scarlett is pulling back. Now, without that planetary, this base is suddenly that much more exposed. Speaking of, Scarlett is getting ready for a run by. Pulls back, respecting the army of Special. Again, because of how small this map is, it doesn't take too long at all to get across the map. And the creep is lacking as a result. We've denied so many of those tumors. Fire army getting a Viper. Viper does overextend. No infestors. Trying to come in from behind. Oh, just collapsing on the bio, getting on top of the tanks, and it looks like we will clean up this tank line. At the same time, though, we get 14 drone kills. Scarlett, her economy, taking a big blow. Not just 14, but still not done. 17 worker kills. Meanwhile, across the map, we have Lynx. They're going to be harassing, at least somewhat. Oh, the entire middle line, 23 drones. Ay, ay, ay. Special does cripple the economy. But when it comes to the main armies, I have to favor Scarlett. As Special has yet to embrace Ghosts. Wait, we do have a Ghost Academy, but no big Ghost production yet. But no Ghosts in sight. Ling Ramai comes in, again punishing the lack of planetary. SCVs are going down. 18 SCV kills. 20, oh my god. 20 even. And as Special has to respond, he's being pulled apart left and right. Scarlett collapsing on the tanks. Distracting the bio. Liberator falls to the Vials. And Scarlett is running out of steam. We do break through the final tank, but we are bleeding off too many units. That wasn't a bad fight for Scarlett, and even gets a kill on the CC. But we have a backup planetary. Scarlett has to back off. Now remember, Scarlett's worker count is... it's good, but it's not amazing, so some of these losses can be quite brutal here. Scarlett trying to remax. What I'm referring to is that we have to be careful with how much we throw away. Throwing away all these ultras time and time again, like, it does come at a price. It does take its toll. SpeCial now finally embracing Ghost. Ghost production has begun. SpeCial still being very active. Pushing onto creep. Clearing up whatever he can. Is clearing up whatever he can here. Scarlett is rotating around. Here come the Buggles! Oh! They connect the vials! Oh, not quite. They graze the Medivacs. There we go. One Medivac goes down. Just the one. There was so much potential there. Nice moves out of Scarlett. We have another Fungal. We have another Infestor. Another Fungal going to be available, and we're going for the main army. Massive connection. We fungal the bio, and Scarlett is breaking through, taking a massive fight, and we can keep pushing. We're getting to the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Clouds likewise on the Medivacs. And it looks like the back of SpeCial has been broken. We piled down the CC as well. Oh my god. CC is piled down. GG gets called. It's just too much to handle, and Scarlett will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Scarlett will take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense game, very back and forth. SpeCial definitely had his own moments as well. Especially when it came to Scarlett maybe overextending. SpeCial was also so greedy, rushing into that 4CC, had a booming economy, but you saw the give and take. The price that you pay for that is also the 4CC was quite vulnerable. SCVs were going down left and right. SpeCial had a great drop across the map when he killed 23 workers, when he killed 23 drones. But Scarlett reciprocated, and also, likewise, killed 20 SCVs of SpeCial, was able to take better fights out on the map as well. And Scarlett was able to maintain herself and recover despite the economic losses, despite the economic damage. Very impressive stuff there out of Scarlett. And with that, Scarlett is 1 game away from taking the series. Let's go. Let us go. Now we're getting into game number 2. Getting to that second game. And game 2 is going to be on post-youth. Interesting map choice here. Interesting that it wasn't vetoed, bearing in mind these are best of 3s. We very rarely get to embrace post-youth, but we're jumping in. Here we go. Little weird that SpeCial let those vials hit his army. Is he NA? I believe he is in North America, or in Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. In the land of Mexico. But yeah, SpeCial, I mean, as we mentioned before, he's not the most in practice here, but still looking strong nonetheless. Like, still looking quite competitive and quite comparable. But now we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of post-youth, we have the Canadian Zerg player. The Red Zerg, representing Shopify Rebellion, leading the series 1-0. It is Scarlett. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have her opponents. We have the Mexican Terran player, the Blue Terran representing himself, currently teamless. It is SpeCial. Here we go. Again, very intense back and forth there between SpeCial and Scarlett, but now we're embracing the second game. And we'll see how SpeCial opens this up. Again, SpeCial is a very unorthodox player. We even saw that in the last game, going for a faster factory into a delayed CC, a much more aggressive build in game 1. And we'll see what SpeCial embraces here in game number 2. We shall see. Meanwhile, Scarlett is going hatch gas pool, going for her natural, working towards the hybrid base. We're not rushing into the gold, not against Terran. That'd be crazy. So standard opener out of our Zerg player. It's going to be our standard opener. And SpeCial should soon be embracing his own setup as well. So we're calming down, Papi. We're calming things down. So shout out to Top It in the chat, of course. Was a part of La Espida back in the day. Was a big part of La Espida. Much love, much love. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Hopefully everything is going well for you. And I'm curious, are we going for the low ground CC? Oh, we are not. We're going across the map. Okay, bold move here at a SpeCial. We're going for a proxy starport. Yeah, SCV is being sent out towards the left-hand side of the map, towards the north, towards the top left. And it looks like we are primed to go for the proxy. Very aggressive build here at a SpeCial, going for the 1-1-1. No expansion, or it's so late, it's so delayed, now being taken. The Overlord of Scarlett does not get eyes on this, does not recognize what's going on. And show us that starport. Now, are we crazy enough to go for like something like a proxy BC? We should be seeing a fusion core soon if that was the case, but yeah, we're not fully committed to gas here, so wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Fusion core? No, okay. I was like, I see the SCV in position. Okay, this should just be proxy. I mean, I was gonna say proxy Banshee. I guess technically we could go into a medevac, so proxy medevac with a Hellion drop. That is also something we could try to embrace. How many Hellions do we have? One. Just the one Hellion, never mind. Just the one Hellion. There we go. Proxy Liberator out of SpeCial. So we're going to have Liberators from one end, we're going to have the Reaper Hellion on the other. My eyes are still on this SCV. Again, there's no reason for it to stick around unless we have a plan for it. What is that plan? Otherwise, it should just be racing back home to mine. SpeCial poking in, chipping away at the queens. Oh! What do you have for us? What do you got? What are we embracing? Meanwhile, Lair's on the way for Scarlett. Very fast Lair here from Scarlett. And there it is. There's the fusion core. We're going for the proxy BC. But Lings, they get it across the map. No shot. Before we embrace the VCs, no, we're not going to see it. There's nothing at home. There's nothing at home to defend. SVs are going down. 11 worker kills and counting. And the game may just end. The game may just end then and there. The wall was not a wall. It was wide open. We get 15 SCVs. And before we can embrace BCs, we can't even afford it. Not like this. No, I wanted to see the build. Ay, ay, ay. SpeCial down to 16 workers. Down to 1 base economy. The gold minerals will help. Liberator moving in. The Overlord does get eyes on the add-ons, so Scarlett is somewhat aware of what's going on. Remember, because of the fast lair, we can get into fast spire, into mutas, and we can shut this down even harder. Again, it was a very unique build here at a SpeCial, and it's exciting to see proxy BC, but it's going to be difficult to really make work. There's nothing at home to defend. The Lings are about to rock up, and they can knock down the front door. Aliens get across the map, but we're in position. We have queens, we have Lings, we get into the mineral line. Drones are falling. Drones are falling. I have a SpeCial. Can we even afford to pull the boys to repair here? Not even. A little bit too late. The wall breaks open. Lings, they flood in. GG gets called. We don't get to see the BCs, and Scarlett will take the series 2-0. We'll make it to a qualifying match. GG. GG, well played. Unfortunately, SpeCial, his door was wide open, caught with his pants down, and Scarlett took full advantage of SpeCial, getting into the mineral line, eviscerating the economy, crippling SpeCial before he could get into his proxy BC, before we could really embrace the cheese and the aggression that we were working towards. Congratulations. Congratulations. Scarlett will take the 2-0 and will advance on to the finals, to the qualifying match, and will be facing off against either Trigger or Diego. Either Trigger or Kellezer. We just got updated. Trigger is currently leading the series 1-0 versus Kellezer. I'm hoping for an ace match, but otherwise, if it's not an ace match, it's going to be Scarlett versus Trigger. Let's go. Let us go. And we do just need a moment to set things up. If you want to tune into Kellezer versus Trigger, I believe that's being covered by Rotterdam. I believe Rotterdam has you covered there. And we may be able to catch the ace match. It's possible. Might be able to catch that ace match. Otherwise, we're going to be going on a bit of an extended break. Little bit of a break here while we get ready for our next series. As you can see before you, bam, there you go. Trigger currently up 1-0.